Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a very exciting video and quite possibly my most exciting unboxing ever. This video is going to have a few different sections to it because I have the unboxing, I have a vlog, and then I also kind of want to do a story time. Not really a story time, kind of a story time. I want to do a section in this video where I talk about why I went for this item, how I managed to get it, because these handbags are getting harder and harder to get. Maybe I can give you guys some tips on how to score this bag if it's also your dream handbag. And this information is mainly going to be useful to anyone who lives in the UK or in London. I hope you find this video helpful and fun, and I cannot wait to show you guys my dream handbag. But first, let me roll the vlog and show you guys all of the behind the scenes, and then I'll be back in a second to show you guys the actual bag. But before I do start the vlog, if you are brand new to this channel, hi, my name is Josephine. I love doing fashion content here on YouTube. I do high street fashion, I like to do luxury unboxings, so if you like the sound of that, then definitely subscribe or just give this video a like, because it really helps to push my content out on the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, let's roll the vlog.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing into the night sky when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy,
Okay, so now you have seen I've managed to score my dream handbag. Let me show you the handbag. It's not the most, I don't want to say it's not the most exciting bag, because it actually really is. Like, I saw someone's unboxing the other day and they said the most boring bag, and I just thought, no, I'm not even going to say that. This is the most exciting handbag unboxing in my collection. It's a really classic item and I never thought I would ever have it. So this is the bag which the item came in, and then let me take the item. I'm not even gonna lie to you, this is more of a reveal than it is an actual true unboxing. I have just wrapped it back up so that I can show you. I've done a really bad job at wrapping it back up, but hey ho, I couldn't wait I couldn't wait a second to unbox this bag. But yeah, anyway, this is the box which the bag came in. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe, oh yeah. This is the box and it has a magnetic closure, and then let me open it up for you. There we go. Let me just take my little baby out. As you can tell, this is a classic dust bag, which means that it's a classic bag. Let's do it. So okay, I'm going to take off all of the felt, the protective felt. This is what the bag came in when I originally unboxed it. So yeah, the bag that I went for is the Chanel Classic Flap in the size small, in the calf skin, which everybody calls caviar, with gold hardware. So let me quickly show you this actual handbag. So yeah, it does have the textured leather, which I absolutely love. That you can scratch this, it won't show anything. This is what it looks like on the back. It has the Mona Lisa pocket, and then this is the chain. So hopefully you can see that this is true gold tone. It's not real gold, they don't do that anymore. Let's not even go into that. And then it just unlocks like so. It has the zipper at the top, and then it has the burgundy interior. This one is also made in France, which it wasn't really that important to me until I was actually gonna buy it, and then all of a sudden I was like, it has to be made in France. Anyway, it's not a huge thing, but I can understand why it's important to people. So anyway, it has the interior. It has the burgundy interior. It's a relatively small bag, but I like small bags. I knew what I was buying. And yeah, this is what the handbag looks like. I have literally, I've honestly, it sounds so ridiculous to anybody who isn't into handbags, but this is just everything and more, and I feel so grateful. I have dreamt of this handbag for a very, very long time. I was definitely one of those girls growing up. I would flick through the magazines, I would watch the films, the videos, I would see celebrities that I looked up to at the time, and every time I saw this handbag, I just got butterflies inside. So this is my ultimate dream handbag, and I'm sure every handbag collector or anybody that is into handbags has their dream bag. This one has always been mine since I was a teenager, and to be honest, I never actually really thought I would ever have this bag, and I didn't think I would have it so soon in my life. And I've always dreamt of having this handbag in this exact combination. Always wanted the gold hardware. I'm not sure whether you can tell, but this is the true gold hardware and not the light gold hardware. And I was very particular that I wanted the gold hardware. I have nothing against the light gold, but I really do like rich gold tones, and I was so happy when this came with the gold tone and not light gold. I've also always wanted it in the caviar leather. I do like the lambskin. I like vintage lambskin. I love vintage handbags. If you don't know that about me, I really do like them. For some reason, it just pulls me in more. I look at the lambskin, and I did look at the lambskin versions of this bag when I was looking at purchasing this, and they're nice, but for me, the textured leather, I don't know why, it just looks, I like it more. So I wasn't going to compromise on that, even though I was offered lambskin bags. I was like, no. The only thing that I was not sure whether to get was either the medium size or the small size. Now I have a vintage Chanel bag in the beige colour in the medium size, and I'm so glad that I got that bag, because it kind of helped me decide that I wanted the small size. For me, the small size is a little bit more versatile. I find that with my medium beige bag, it's a little bit more bulky. You can fit a few more items in there, you can fit a lot more in there compared to this bag, but whenever I wear it on the shoulder, or even when I try to wear it crossbody, it just sticks out a lot. It's quite a big bag, so when they offered me the small size, I was like, yes, yes, yes. For me, I can wear this crossbody and I'm more than comfortable to wear it like that. I do like a high crossbody. If you're not into that, then you're not going to like it either way. Some people aren't into that, but I like a high crossbody, and I think the small size looks the best crossbodies. Of course, you can wear it on the shoulder, you can wear it doubled up or with the long strap. Last year, Chanel did, I think they did 2 or possibly 3 price increases when it comes to their classic handbags, and I was just feeling like my dream handbag was moving more and more away from me, and I was starting to think, will I ever have this bag? Can I ever justify it? I am a handbag collector, and I really truly love handbags. They're my thing. If it's not your thing, you're not going to get why it's so important for me to have my dream handbag, and you're just not going to understand it, which I think is fair enough. But for someone who has loved handbags since they were a teenager. This is just, oh, this is such a moment for me. So yeah, after all of the Chanel price increases, I was feeling like I just wasn't sure whether I was ever going to have this handbag. But towards the end of this year, I actually made a video where I talked about how I was gonna sell a vintage handbag. So I had a dark navy vintage handbag with a real gold hardware, such a stunning handbag. Even though I loved that handbag and it had a lot of meaning to me, it just wasn't my dream handbag, and I was never going to have that handbag and this one because they're too similar. So I decided towards the end of 2021 I was going to sell that handbag, use the money and put it towards buying my dream handbag, because I also started to hear speculations that Chanel were going to do another price increase in January. If not, they're going to do one at some point, or two at some point in 2022. So I just thought, let me just buy the bag now. And also, when it came to this bag, I thought about possibly getting it secondhand, but actually on the secondhand market it's not that much cheaper than it is full price, especially when it comes to this particular combination with the caviar leather. The small size is very rare. They don't, for some reason, they don't do a lot of the small. They do a lot of the medium, but the small size is a little bit more rare. And it's even more rare when it comes to the caviar and gold hardware. I feel like everybody wants the caviar because it's so much more hard wearing and robust. I wanted to do the full Chanel in-store experience, and if I'm going to do it once, if this is going to be my only bag that I buy in store ever, I'm okay with that. I don't know, it might be, it might not be, I don't want to say, but if it is, I want the full experience when it comes to my absolute dream handbag. So I was willing to save up and not buy it secondhand, just so that I could have the full Chanel experience, have the carrier bag, have the dust bag, have the box, have the physical experience in store, carry the shopping bag, just do everything, have the tissue paper. I wanted to do the full thing if it was going to be for my dream handbag. So buying it secondhand wasn't really an option, because I really wouldn't be saving that much money, and I wanted to do the full experience. So this is what it looks like. So as you can see, it's got the textured leather, which I just think is, I don't know, there's something about texture which I actually like more. I think it's more beautiful, but I know typically people like the lambskin more. The new lambskin, in my opinion, is a lot softer. I felt it in store, it's a lot softer. Everybody talks about how scratch prone it is. I have vintage lambskin bags, and those bags are so robust. I have one which is like 30 years old. It's so robust, and it doesn't scratch or anything at all. But the new lambskin that they produce is so delicate, and this, I wanted this bag to be a bag which I can wear comfortably and carefree. Okay, let me talk a little bit more about how I actually managed to score this handbag, because if you are in the UK, or then you'll know how hard this handbag is. And actually, I think globally they've kind of been restricted in the amount, Chanel have been restricting the amount of classic handbags that they have been selling, apparently just to make the brand a little bit more exclusive. Apparently everybody has a Chanel bag. Nobody that I know in my personal life has a Chanel bag, but nobody that I know is really into handbags. But apparently these bags are, from what I've heard, is that Chanel is restricting these handbags. They restrict how many you can buy, and I think it's just to make the brand a little bit more exclusive. So when I sold my vintage Chanel bag, I then came to the issue of how do I actually get this bag, because where I live there's not a Chanel store in my city. There is one about an hour away, but that Chanel boutique does not get good stock. So the first thing that I did is I decided to go to the Chanel boutique in Manchester. That's my closest Chanel boutique. It's in Selfridges. I thought I'd go in there and see if they have the handbag. If not, try on a similar size or even the lambskin one. Just try out a similar bag to see whether this was really a bag that I was willing to spend money on. I went in there, and I also wanted to find a sales associate that maybe I could get their contact details and they can help source this handbag for me. Anyway, I went into the Manchester boutique. I managed to try the medium version of this bag with the caviar leather but with the silver hardware. I also tried on a size small in a kind of green, mint green colour. It was so beautiful. Tried on both bags. They didn't have the gold hardware. They told me that the only way that I can get it is if I get put on a waiting list, but the waiting list is over 2 months long. And I was like, 2 months? Yeah, I just was like, fair enough, that's their policy, that's how it works. But for me, when I've decided that I'm going to spend money on something, I want to spend the money on the thing. I don't want to have to wait 2 months to be possibly offered the bag. It's not even guaranteed, really. Anyway, she told me that. I was a bit disheartened and a bit like, oh, well, I don't really want to wait 2 months, because the issue with Chanel is that they could possibly have another price increase within 2 months, and then the bag will be even more money. And I just was like, I don't want to wait 2 months. Like, I want the bag, I want it now. How can I get it now? I wasn't telling her that, obviously. I wasn't like, I want the bag, I want it now. No, in my head I was like, I want the bag, I don't want to wait 2 months. I said, yeah, put me on the waiting list, but in my head I was thinking, okay, I need to go down to London. So anyway, I'm actually part of a Chanel Facebook group. It's like a UK Facebook group, and somebody on the Facebook group had mentioned that Harrods, that the Chanel boutique in Harrods had a small and a medium in stock, and they put that on the group on Thursday. And I thought, do you know what, tomorrow's Friday, I'm still on my Christmas holiday break, I have nothing planned for Friday, so let me just take a little spontaneous trip to London. Thankfully, I managed to get some relatively cheap train tickets. Oh gosh, I had to get up. My train from where I live was at 6 o'clock in the morning. I got up, got ready for 6 o'clock, for my 6 o'clock train. I was in London by 9 o'clock. The determination, honestly. Thank God I managed to get it. I went down to London. I firstly went to the Chanel store in London Selfridges, just to see if they had one. They were open at 10 o'clock, so I thought I'd go in there, have a look. They didn't have anything. The woman was not even entertaining me. She was like not even giving me eye contact. Like, I was looking at her, but she was looking over there. She was like, girl, no, we don't have the bag, bye. So like, fair enough. And then I went to the Bond Street store. I told her I want this specific combination. It has to be gold hardware, it has to be in the caviar grained leather. I'm open to either the small or the medium, but it has to have, and it has to be black, obviously. I'm not going to compromise on the hardware or on the leather texture, because yeah, those are the most important things to me. She told me we only have a black lambskin with silver hardware. We also have the beige version. She brought the bags out. I had a look at them. I was like, yeah, it's nice, but it's not the one that I want. I said to her, is there any chance that you could check on your system to see whether they have them in other boutiques? Because I'm gonna go around every boutique in London, but if you can save me you know, a couple of hours and show me and tell me exactly where they are, then that I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, she told me that they had stock in Harrods, just like the woman on the Facebook group had said. She also said that they actually had stock in their boutique. However, it was reserved for somebody on the wait list. She said to me, I can put you on a wait list for the Bond Street store, and I agreed. I was like, yeah, just in case I don't manage to get it in Harrods, yes, please put me on the wait list here. She said it'll be up to 2 months long, but we should be able to get you a handbag. So very similar story to what they were telling me in Manchester. I agreed. I said there's no harm in going on a wait list. The only issue with waitlists sometimes is because I'm not from London, sometimes they can only reserve the bag for like a few hours. I've heard like 2 hours. There's no way I would be able to get down to London in 2 hours and also physically to the boutique within that time. Anyway, I had a great experience in Bond Street. The woman was very, very lovely. She told me, I wish I could sell you the handbag, but I can't. It's reserved for somebody. But head down to Harrods because they might not have a waiting list, and it's showing that they have a few in stock. Your girl ran to Harrods. I ran. I didn't walk, I ran, okay? So ridiculous, I know. But if you're not a handbag collector and you don't get it, then you're never gonna get it. But if you get it, then you get it. Anyway, ran to Harrods. I got there for when the store opened at like 10:59. The store was already open, so I was like, ooh. I was a bit like, oh my gosh, I hope there's not anybody in there buying my bag. Took me a while to find the Chanel concession within Harrods. Found it. As I was in the queue, I saw two women looking at this exact bag, and I was like telling the woman in the queue, like, excuse me, I'm in the queue and I really want to buy a handbag. The handbag that I want to buy is the handbag that that woman has. If they have any more or she doesn't take it, please can you reserve it for me? I was like, I've come all the way down to London for that handbag. She has the handbag that I want. If she doesn't buy it, please save it for me. She put me on a virtual queue so that I could see a sales associate, and I was like, oh gosh, I can't even just go in there straight away. And it told me that there were 6 people ahead of me. In my head, all I could think of was the 6 people who were going to buy the handbag. I was only in the virtual queue for like 10 minutes. I went outside, had like a little fresh, you know, because I'd literally run to Harrods. I went outside, had a bit of I had some fresh air just to calm down. I got the text, ran back into the shop, literally was like rushing back. There was a small and a medium in store. However, I didn't manage to get the medium because there were 2 other people looking at one medium bag. One of them ended up getting it. Anyway, I was presented with the size small and I was like, I'm totally open to the size small. I already have a medium in the beige colour and I find that it's a little bit bulky when I wear it crossbody, and I want this bag to be worn crossbody because I love high crossbody. In terms of my actual store experience, it was amazing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. The store experience that I had in Bond Street was great. The experience I had in Harrods was phenomenal. So I know a lot of people complain about Chanel in-store experiences, how sales associates can be rude, and unfortunately nobody that I dealt with was rude in any of the 4 stores, Manchester, London Selfridges, Bond Street and Harrods. Nobody was rude to me. I was very polite to every single person, very to the point, like I want this bag, this hardware, and yeah, I felt like everybody was polite. I was polite back. But the Harrods store experience was great. The guy who helped me purchase the bag, he was so friendly, so down to earth. We were chatting, we were giggling. He offered me some water, which I know I've seen some people where they've talked about how they don't even offer you a drink or anything. I was offered a drink. It was just great. You know, he was telling me how, I was like, these bags are so hard to get, and he was like, tell me about it, I work here. He even took a picture of me, which I'll insert on use on the thumbnail. I was like, just before I was about to leave, I was like, do you mind taking a picture of me? Because you've this is a moment for me. This is a moment for me and I need a picture to remember it. And he took a few pictures of me, and all I've got to say is that the Harrods experience was amazing. And the only reason why I managed to get this bag at Harrods is because thankfully they don't do wait lists, so it's first come first served, which I really appreciate that, because I'm not from London. So I can't be put on a wait list and be told, please come get the bag within 2 hours or you're going to lose it. So if you're wanting this bag or a classic flap in general, I would highly recommend going into Harrods. I had a great experience, very friendly staff, just overall great experience. It was more than I even expected, because everybody tells you how bad Chanel customer service can be, and mine was nothing but amazing, and I'm so grateful for that as well. Anyway, I bought the bag. I even asked him if he could put the Chanel bag within a Harrods bag, because I felt very unsafe walking around London with a massive Chanel bag. So he put the Chanel bag within a Harrods bag. I know it's still a Harrods bag, so you know, people are going to know it's going to be a, people probably know that it's a high value item, but I think when they see, when people see the Chanel sign, they know you spent good money. So he even went and looked around, you know, to get me a big enough Harrods bag so I can put my Chanel bag in. I just had a great experience. I bought my dream handbag. It was amazing. Quickly before I finished, I'd messaged a few sales associates from people had given me like their sales associates contact details. So I'd messaged a few on WhatsApp and none of them even responded. Literally none. Like, one of them read my message and just ignored it. Two of them did respond, and then after a few messages back and forth, they just stopped responding. So I would say go down that route. Apparently you do have to be quite naggy and message them every single day, but now I don't have to do that because I have my dream handbag. The biggest tip that I would give you is obviously try and get on a wait list, but I think try and go into a boutique which doesn't have wait lists, and just go first thing in the morning. Don't wait until the afternoon. You have to be there when the store opens, and I would highly recommend going to the Harrods store because they do first come first served. So if you're just going down there on a whim, go there first because you're most likely to score this type of handbag there. So yeah, that is everything when it comes to this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.